Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's edition of Toggle's Daily Video Insights. Today, we're going to take a look at why there could be quite substantial upside, potentially as much as 30% in Arista Networks, a company that Toggle has been highlighting bullish forces for quite some time. As you can see, back in May, highlighted the beginning of a really long bullish trend, and then recently there have been any number of positive drivers that Toggle has been focused on. Most recently, and the one that we're going to take a look at today, is the fact that volatility could be turning bullish for this particular stock. In a specific case of Arista, volatility has come down. This is realized volatility as a proxy for how much the stock moves intraday. The kind of range that you see it trading in over the days and weeks has come actually to a recent low. And historically, that was a good moment to look at this stock because it preceded potentially some really big moves afterwards. Now, Toggle was able to look at 7 similar occasions when volatility had declined as much as it has recently, and there was a 32% rise from the 367.17 price point to 484.38 if historical analogs hold. So about 32% rise based on historical analogs. Of course, what you want to see is the price roughly following this confidence interval. If it dips below it, especially below the red line, then something else may be at work, and so it's worth reevaluating whether or not this stock still fits in your portfolio. Now, looking at these previous occasions where we've seen volatility decline, you can see that this goes back 3 or 4 years, and that typically, although you have to squint a little bit with the chart, that preceded some very, very meaningful moves in this particular stock. So again, definitely worth keeping it on your radar screen. This is the scatter plot of returns that Arista Networks stock price reached over the 6 months after previous low points in volatility. So you can see quite a number of very, very high returning months. And actually the downside really quite limited. In fact, it looks like it was less than 5%, but in those cases where it didn't go up is what it lost. So this is the kind of one-sided risk that Toggle tries to highlight so that you can see whether or not the driver that we're pointing to, in this case volatility, could in fact be a candidate for impacting the stock price in the near term. In conclusion, definitely a stock that's worth putting on your radar screen. See if you like it fundamentally, whether or not it fits with your technical view if you're a technical analyst, but there are definitely drivers that seem like they could positively impact this particular stock price. In the daily brief, we also discussed the earnings for Domino's Pizza. So if you are subscribing to our daily brief, it should already be in your mailboxes. If you don't, you can go to toggle.global, and on test driving, Toggle Copilot can also start receiving this daily dose of fresh market relevant content, whose main intention really is to spark some interesting ideas for where to look next. Otherwise, if you like these insights, please like this video or subscribe to our YouTube channel. We do it every market trading day. Our goal really is to break down the barriers between you, the individual trader, and the wealth of fundamental information out there, and we help you map it into how earnings, expectations, and all of these sometimes confusing terms might actually matter for the stocks that you look at. Are they driving them? Are they not driving them? What's noise? What's actually real information? This is what Toggle is able to do by just sifting through large amounts of information really, really quickly. Thank you for your attention, and we'll see you again on Monday.